Welcome back. And just as we were in that conversation with Rajiv Bajaj, the market seemed to have taken a bit of a nosedive. The Nifty is back below the 23,450 mark now, below the 31st December low, below Wednesday's low as well. But the more important thing is it is below the 24,500 mark. And let's get you our guests for the afternoon. Then we have Parthiv Shah of Tracom Stock Brokers, who's joining in on the show, and Ashish Kyal of Wave Strategy Advisors, who is joining in as well. Ashish and Parthiv, good afternoon. Thank you for joining in. Let's get to the queries then straight away. Madhusudan is writing to us from Hyderabad, and she is holding around 2,500 shares of City Union Bank at 176 rupees. She wants to know whether to hold or sell it at the current levels. Now, Ashish, City Union Bank currently around about 165. What are the charts pointing to? Is there scope for the stock to go past that 176 mark?
Hi, afternoon to you and all the viewers. If you look at City Union Bank and if you look at Bank Nifty is down nearly 1.5% already, and it's not today. It has been down over past many days. Even City Union Bank has been behaving very similar to Bank Nifty. So I would suggest if your time horizon is more than a year, then yes, you should hold on to the stock. But there can be some kind of a selling pressure over short term that we can witness. The stock can move towards the level of around 160 on the downside, and on the upside the major hurdle is 174. So I would suggest increase your time horizon to at least a year. If you get it around 160 159 levels, then maybe you can average out more, and eventually the stock should move up towards the level of 185. So over short term there is pressure, but the medium to long term the stock looks to be positive.
Right. What about you, Parthiv? The banking sector updates this time around have not pointed to any significant stress as of now. But what are the prospects for these smaller, mid-sized banks like City Union Bank?
Definitely the banks don't have any major asset quality issues, especially the banks who have strong underwriting skills. But I think the key concern is the liability franchisee, and that is where a lot of these banks have slowed down on the disbursements as well. Amongst the regional banks, I think City Union Bank looks decent, but somehow I think its valuation is slightly ahead of some of its peers like Karnataka Bank or South Indian Bank. Somehow I think I would suggest a bet on Karnataka Bank. The return ratios look a lot better going ahead, and it's available at 0.7 forward price to book multiple on FY26 basis. And I think the asset quality is also looking good. The management has done a lot of changes. So we believe that Karnataka Bank over the next 1 or 2 years could outperform City Union Bank.
Karnataka Bank could outperform City Union Bank over the next 1 to 2 years. And moving on, then Shobha is writing to us from Hyderabad, and she's holding 470 shares of Nalco at 176 rupees. Now she wants to know whether to hold or to sell. Then very much in the money, Ashish, what are the charts indicating for Nalco at 201?
See, if you look at Nalco, first of all, it's in the money, but the stock has corrected sharply from 250 odd levels, made a low around in today's session around 196, 197 already. So the overall trend for Nalco looks to be under pressure. I think on the downside, it's important to maintain a stop loss, which is going to be around 191. If the stock breaks 191, there can be some concern. So hold on as of now, I would say 191 is the stop loss. And on upside, the stock needs to break back about that 210 resistance level. And once that is taken out, some kind of a pullback on the upside we can witness.
What about you, Parthiv? There's been a lot of volatility with regards to Nalco, with regards to the alumina pricing and the shortage and so on and so forth. What are the prospects looking like here?
Yes, absolutely. I think recently after the uptrend in the alumina prices, I think now we are seeing some sort of massive correction there. And that's the reason why stocks like Nalco and Nalco would have reacted on the downside. But I think looking at how Nalco is positioned, it's fantastically backward integrated. It has its own coal mines. It has its own bauxite mining, alumina refinery. The smelters are also very efficient, and they're operating at pretty high utilization levels. As a matter of fact, Nalco has also announced expansion projects and wanting to take the alumina refinery capacity to around 31 lakhs MTPA, which is, I think, a good sign going ahead. I believe that this weakness, I think, could be a good opportunity, but I think the investor will have to have a longer horizon because the cyclicality does tend to play its part. But over the next 2 to 3 years horizon, I think Nalco does look good.
All right, Parthiv, Ashish, thank you so much for sparing time and joining us on this shorter episode of Your Stocks and answering our limited viewer queries as well. Thank you for joining in. And that's all we have on the show today. But do remember to email us your queries and we'll address them with our experts. We call time on the show. The Nifty is back down 100 points, meandering towards the lows of the day for the final trading hour of the week. Closing bell on the other side. Stay tuned.